Yes, on the diamond with Duane. And Duane, if you are a fan of high school softball, go to Akron, the Division I state semifinals. You are going to watch likely 4 Division I college recruits. Two of them from Anthony Wayne, Kat Myers and Molly Connor, going to Michigan and Notre Dame respectively. And then Carson Cassidy for Watkins Memorial going to Michigan State. And then Sydney Watts, a pitcher for Austintown Fitch, going to Georgia Tech. How about that foursome?
And to think about these girls from Northwest Ohio going to those kinds of schools 5-10 years ago was unheard of. And these girls are making such an impact on the game now that they're being recruited by these high-end Division I schools. Not only are they being recruited, but as we see, just like we did with Maddie Yockey, that they're making an impact as freshmen playing in the program.
Yeah, Maddie Yockey at the University of Toledo. Let's take a look at the Division I bracket. So Anthony Wayne will play on Friday in the second game of a doubleheader. Austintown Fitch takes on Fairfield. And then the challenge awaits for Anthony Wayne. Watkins Memorial. Anthony Wayne played Watkins Memorial in the state semis, came away with a 2-1 victory last year. We'll see if they can do it again.
I think they will. And the reason I say that is Kat Myers and Molly Connor that you have mentioned. Those two pitchers is carrying this team, and they are different type pitchers, but they are the ones, and then having two that are fairly fresh by splitting the time through the course of the year, they're not wore out at the end of the season.
All right, so Anthony Wayne looking for their second state title in program history, their first since 2003. Expand outside of the BCSN viewing area. Northwest Ohio well represented in Division II and Division III. Bryan taking on Logan Elm in Division II. They will face the winner of Kenton Ridge and Canfield as well with the state championship game Saturday at 3:30. Bryan took down Maumee this past week.
Yes, they did, and I was able to call that game. And again, they're a team that seems to have everything hitting at the right time. They struggled a little bit against Maumee and Springfield when they played them early in the season. Wasn't the same team when they played this time. And a lot has to do with Miss Staten and the pitching that she's doing right now, holding Maumee to a 2-hitter.
And Bryan representing the NWOAL, and then in Division III, Oak Harbor representing the Northern Buckeye Conference. Oak Harbor taking on Liberty Union, and then South Webster and South Range, the other 2 semifinalists.
Yeah, I think Oak Harbor feels that they have a great shot to get to that championship game, and then what happens after that, it just depends on how much they really want it at that point.
All right, let's finish up the segment with your Duane's Diamonds, the top teams from the area. And you had the crystal ball working, Duane, back in April when you came out with your original list, and you've stuck to it, and the teams have risen to the occasion and remain on your top 5.
Yes, they have. And again, we had Bryan, they're playing in the Final Four. We had Oak Harbor playing in the Final Four. And then we had 3 D1 schools. We had Anthony Wayne, Perrysburg, and Springfield. Obviously, through the state tournament, those teams were going to meet, and Perrysburg was able to take down Springfield. And then again, Anthony Wayne playing Perrysburg got the key hits. Next year, it's going to be different with the different divisions.
Right.
These teams will not be in the same Division I. They're going to be Division I, Division II, and Division III. So I'm anxious to see how they move in those state tournaments where they're not playing each other.
All right, Anthony Wayne, Oak Harbor, and Bryan. Not worried about next year just yet, Duane. They want to win a state championship. First up, the state semifinals Thursday and Friday, championship games on Saturday in Akron.